the aliens come down. You have one game to save humanity.
Jordan, without a question, Jordan, bro, do not know. You too want to look back with another video. Hey man, today we in for a good one, bro. Look, listen, we got Jordan versus LeBron, the GOAT comparison, bro. Now, in my eyes, bro, I ain't gonna lie, this is very questionable right now, only because LeBron is still playing. And you know what I'm saying? He's still doing pretty good. So who knows what he can accomplish in between the years that he played. I don't know how many more years he got left in him, but we gonna see. But before we get into this video, make sure y'all subscribe, comment what y'all want to see down below, like the video, and let's get straight into it. Now I can say that Jordan right now has it in my eyes. As of right now, today, Jordan is number one. Both amazing players though. Gotta be grateful to even see both of them play, bro. Let's see who we got, bro. Let's see if they can analyze this for real.
Jordan versus LeBron. LeBron versus Jordan. It's a debate that has captured the public's attention for the last several years, especially after this moment in 2016, when LeBron James beat the Golden State Warriors to win the third championship of his career. In LeBron's own words,
"That one right there made me the greatest player of all time."
LeBron said it himself, bro. I don't know how, I don't even know if we can debate, bro. He said it himself. What y'all gonna do?
That's what I felt. I was like, that one right there made you the greatest player of all time.
But did it? Is everything since that moment simply icing on LeBron's cake? Or is LeBron destined to finish his career in Michael Jordan's shadow?
I don't know about Michael Jordan's shadow, but that definitely wasn't ice on the cake, bro. He still got much more in his tank, bro. So y'all gotta see me in like 4 or 3 years, bro, for another reaction for this one.
We've all heard the arguments from LeBron supporters.
He's bigger, he's stronger, he's faster, he's more durable.
And from Jordan supporters.
Michael Jordan was merely 6-0 with 6 MVPs in the finals.
But the GOAT debate isn't as simple as the pundits make it seem. There are a number of factors relevant in determining the greatest basketball player of all time. In fact, I would say there are 5 things that really matter when determining the GOAT of any sport. These criteria are, in no particular order, accomplishments, longevity, winning, statistics, and what we'll refer to in this video as the eye test.
But I ain't gonna lie, a lot of people say longevity is a fluke, bro. How can y'all say longevity a fluke, bro? If somebody playing 20 seasons and getting the job done, bro, that should be something that we should talk about, bro. You can't tell me somebody that played 12 seasons, number one, bro. It's just not gonna happen.
And to be the GOAT, you don't need to be the best in any specific category, but you need to be pretty good across the board. So simply winning 7 championships, like Robert Horry did, isn't enough to get you into the conversation.
That's why Bill Russell not in the conversation either. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he in the conversation, but he not in the conversation. Nobody really gonna bring up Bill Russell when they talking about Jordan and LeBron. But I mean, this is true, bro. You got to be good in all aspects of the game to be in that conversation, bro.
When we're finished with this video, it'll be plainly obvious that one guy comes out on top. But before we get started, I want to clarify that this is not a comparison of legacies. It's about who was the better basketball player. If we were talking about legacies, Jordan's is nearly untouchable. Not only did he lead basketball to global popularity, he helped transform Nike into an empire, changed the way players played and how they dressed, and he even made it cool for guys to be bald. And while those things certainly contribute to MJ's iconic status, they don't make him a better player on the court. So let's evaluate the criteria that matter, and we'll start with individual accomplishments.
Let's
Take a
see.
look.
Let's see.
Jordan had more regular season MVPs, twice as many finals MVPs, 9 more scoring titles, and several more selections to the NBA's all-defensive team.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Just by looking at this, bro, Jordan won. Bron only got 1 scoring title, bro. Something not adding up here, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Bron should have at least like 5, 6 of them, bro. He went crazy. Nah, I ain't gonna lie to you, but yeah, easily just by judging the book by its cover, bro. Jordan has this. There's no question, nothing even to debate about here, bro. I mean, the All-Star team. I mean, Jordan missed out a couple years. Definitely could have made it. Definitely could have tied it up or whatever. But you know, it is what it is.
Including once being named Defensive Player of the Year. LeBron has more All-Star appearances, but that's largely due to his having played more seasons.
Right.
In fact, when taking into account retirements and major injuries, Jordan essentially played 13 seasons compared to 17 seasons for LeBron, making Jordan's significant lead in accomplishments all the more impressive. And that's to say nothing of MJ's brilliant college career, which saw him twice named All-American and once awarded College Player of the Year, at a time when the country's best players actually went to college.
I'm pretty sure LeBron went to college. He would have had all that too. You know what I'm saying? It worked out for him because he got an NBA early and he's still doing big things.
So regardless of whether you're a LeBron fan or MJ fan, you have to give the accomplishments checkmark to Jordan. The second criteria in our GOAT analysis is longevity. And this one is also a no-brainer, but this time in favor of LeBron. Not only has LeBron played more seasons in the league, but he's had a longer peak than Jordan.
Bro, LeBron has been consistent with it though. Like, we can talk about longevity with a lot of people, like, but as far as like being consistent, averaging what 20-25 plus a game, there's nobody doing that in the later years like that, bro. It's just not happening. And for him to even still be a star player, like, he's the most valuable player in the NBA right now, one of the most, bro. So you gotta just take it as it is, bro.
Jordan's peak lasted about 10 years, whereas LeBron's peak has lasted 16 years and is still going. And he's been incredibly durable during that time, missing significant time to injury only in 2019. That said, the claim that LeBron has been much more durable than Michael has been a bit overblown. Consider that Jordan played in at least 80 regular season games 11 times in his career, including all 82 games an incredible 9 times. Compare that to LeBron, who played in at least 80 regular season games just twice, and in all 82 games just once. So both LeBron and Jordan get high marks for their durability. But durability aside, the bottom line is that LeBron has sustained his level of excellence for a much longer period of time than Jordan.
I mean, but even still though, I feel like LeBron know when to sit out. Like, if he already got the season won and he making it to the playoffs, why not? You know what I'm saying? Why even risk it? You know what I'm saying? Like, if he feeling this good, you know what I'm saying? Like, today's not the day, okay. They gonna sit him down, no question about it. And he's still going to the playoffs. I bet you he ain't missed no playoff game. Hey.
Which puts the longevity checkmark squarely in LeBron's corner. That brings us to the third GOAT criteria, winning. As we all know, Jordan won 6 championships. LeBron has won 3. Jordan is 6-0 in the NBA Finals. LeBron is 3-6. Yes, LeBron has made the finals 9 times compared to only 6 times for Jordan, but let's not pretend that making the finals is the same thing, or even close to the same thing, as winning a title. Take a prime example from another sport, the Buffalo Bills. They're the only team in NFL history to appear in 4 consecutive Super Bowls. But is there a single player or fan of that team that wouldn't trade all 4 of those appearances for just 1 Super Bowl win? Frankly, talk to any fan whose team lost the season's final game and ask them how they felt afterward. Almost universally, their feelings are of sadness, anger, and disappointment. And that's just the fans. For players, those feelings are only magnified. Listen to Charles Barkley talk about losing in the NBA Finals.
And I was just in shock when it was over because I was frustrated because I couldn't wheel my team past Michael and the Bulls. And First of all,
Wait, hold on. Before we get to that, bro, I don't know. This video must have been made a long time ago, but LeBron has 4 rings, bro. So if he can get 2, if he can pull 2 more off, bro, that would be nice. That'll be nice, bro. Now we can tie it up, and then I ain't gonna lie, bro. At that point, I'm gonna have to. I don't know. I ain't gonna say. I'm gonna continue watching the video, see what we got, but sooner or later, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna have to come to one or the other.
I don't think I've ever gotten over it, number one. But that was traumatic, and it's painful.
So we can all stop with this false equivalence between winning the championship and finishing runner-up. In the words of Herm Edwards,
you play to win the game.
Hello.
Hello? You play to win the game.
Now back to Jordan and LeBron. As mentioned, on basketball's biggest stage, the NBA Finals, Jordan was 6-0. LeBron was 3-6. And frankly, that doesn't even show how lopsided their records really are. In terms of individual finals games, Jordan was 24-11. LeBron is 18-31.
See, I ain't gonna lie, that's a bad record for Bron, bro. If you want to put it in that aspect, bro, it's looking pretty bad for Bron.
And that's because in 4 of his 6 finals losses, LeBron's team hasn't even been competitive. Twice he got swept, and 2 other times he lost 4-1. That includes being on the wrong side of the 2 most lopsided finals by margin of loss in NBA history. Of course, LeBron fans will tell you that the only reason for LeBron's poor finals record is that his competition was so tough.
I ain't gonna lie. KD on that team is, woo. KD on that team was crazy. KD, Curry, Clay, bro. That whole year, I was like, yeah, they got this, bro. Soon as KD got traded, instantly clicked in my mind like, oh yeah, they won. For sure.
Ironically, some of these same fans criticized Jordan for losing early in his career to a Celtics team stacked with 5 Hall of Famers, and they conveniently gloss over the fact that LeBron reached the finals so many times in part because the competition in his own conference was so weak. During the vast majority of his career, LeBron played in what many dubbed the Leastern Conference because the East was so much weaker than the West. On the other hand, during Jordan's playing days, the East was generally considered the stronger conference, as Jordan had to battle through hard-fought rivalries against the Bad Boy Pistons, Patrick Ewing's Knicks, the Shaq Penny-led Magic, and Reggie Miller's Pacers. That said, if you want to blame LeBron's failure in the finals on the level of his competition, I won't argue with you. But let's also not blow it out of proportion. If you look at the average number of wins of their finals opponents, you'll see that LeBron's finals opponents averaged 60.8 wins per season, whereas Jordan's finals opponents averaged 61.2 wins per season.
Hey, so what we saying? Jordan had more competition? I ain't gonna lie, it's 2 different eras, bro. Like, I don't like this debate. Only because it felt like I just said it's 2 different eras, bro. Like, the time has changed, bro. Like, it's a different type of basketball now. So it's like, what is Bron gonna do?
So as it turns out, both players face stiff competition in the finals.
True.
But a big reason we don't hold the 93 Suns, the 96 Sonics, or the 98 Jazz in the same regard as some of LeBron's finals opponents is because, unlike LeBron's adversaries, Jordan's opponents never actually won the Larry O'Brien Trophy. Which goes to my original point, that the difference between winning the title and finishing runner-up is huge. And the reason those teams never won the title? This guy.
True.
Look, I'm not trying to say that Jordan's opponents were as good as the Warriors teams that LeBron faced 4 times in the finals.
Oh, I ain't gonna lie, no. They don't even compare. If the Warriors team was to go against them, bro, they would lose. I'm keeping it real, bro. My reaction, I keep it real, bro. Ain't nobody messing with these 2. There's nobody messing with these 2, bro.
The truth is that Jordan never played a juggernaut quite like that. But there's a pretty good reason for that. Jordan's Bulls were the juggernaut. They were the team winning 70-plus games. They were the team with the target on their back every year.
True.
And as the Warriors showed us, that's not an easy place to be. As great as the Warriors were, they were never able to string together 3 consecutive championships. Jordan's Bulls did it twice. So what's the greater achievement? Beating the juggernaut or being the juggernaut?
What y'all think? Put it in the comments. Put it in the comments, bro. Beating the juggernaut or being the juggernaut? Which one is more difficult? I feel like being the juggernaut is more difficult if you put it in my eyes. Especially Jordan, bro. He ain't really had. This is all he had, bro. This lineup right here, bro. As far as LeBron, he had a lot of other teammates, bro. So you can't really. Hey, I gotta go with Jordan on this one for sure. Being a juggernaut is not for the weak, bro. And you gotta be consecutive with it, like, and that's what he showed you.
Or to be more specific, beating the Juggernaut 1 time out of the 4 times you faced them? Or being the Juggernaut year after year after year, and then doing it again year after year after year. There's no doubt that LeBron's victory over the 73-win Warriors was the highlight of his career. But it's not the first time that an underdog has won the championship, and there actually have been much bigger underdogs who ended up winning the title. But how many times have we seen a player lead his team to 6 championships in 8 years?
Nobody. Who won Jordan? Nobody. Tuh.
Prior to Jordan's Bulls, only Bill Russell's Celtics ever accomplished that feat in the NBA.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I don't really want to bring Bill Russell in this conversation, bro. Like, he had his fair share, bro. Definitely a different era, bro. And I feel like it was easy for him. Let me know if I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? Some OGs on my channel that be commenting, bro. Let me know if I'm wrong, bro. Was it easy or was it hard for Bill Russell? Let me know.
When they incredibly won 11 championships in 13 seasons.
That is tough.
However, back then, there was an average of less than 10 teams in the league, and only a couple rounds of playoffs, so it was considerably easier to win a title. And no player, not even Bill Russell, ever had a run of winning 25 of 26 playoff series, as Michael Jordan did. And Michael's pattern of winning goes beyond the NBA. Let's not forget that Jordan has never won anything but gold in the Olympics, and he also earned an NCAA championship, in which he hit the first of 2 iconic championship-winning shots in his career.
So Jordan was all around winning everything. Any and everything. Number 1 in everything. You can't beat that with nobody.
All that is to say, when it comes to winning,
Jordan.
the checkmark clearly goes to Jordan.
Come on now.
On to the 4th GOAT criteria.
But we still got more time for Bron. Let's not forget, bro. Make sure, hey, whoever made this video, make sure you come back in the next few years and make it again, bro. Cause you feel me? We making these opinions about both of these players, but LeBron's still playing. So
statistics. This one is a bit more complicated. I mean, how do you statistically evaluate 2 players who played in different eras under different rules at different positions?
True.
One way of doing it is to simply look at the 8 traditional statistics of basketball. Points, assists, rebounds, steals, blocks, field goal percentage, free throw percentage, and turnovers. And we'll focus on per game stats rather than cumulative stats, since cumulative stats such as total career points and total career assists really speak to longevity, which is already its own category of the GOAT analysis. Per game stats, on the other hand, is more of an apples to apples comparison. So looking at the 8 traditional stats, we see that Jordan leads LeBron in 5 of them: points per game, steals per game, blocks per game, free throw percentage, and fewer turnovers.
What y'all think? What y'all think, bro? To be honest, I ain't gonna lie. I got Jordan again on this, bro. I mean, 2 more assists and 1 more board really ain't really. It's not balancing it out. It's not weighing. It's not weighing. I mean, shit, LeBron right behind him. It's right. It's neck and neck for real. I mean, but Jordan got it. Jordan got it. Simple as that, bro. Field goal. I mean, they neck and neck field goal. Brian averaged more turnovers. We all knew that Jordan was a better free throw shooter.
LeBron leads in the other 3: assists per game, rebounds per game, and field goal percentage.
That ain't enough.
But that's a pretty simplistic way of looking at statistics. What if we instead turn to analytics?
Okay, let's see.
Probably the most well-known analytic stat is player efficiency rating, or PER for short. This metric was created by respected basketball analyst John Hollinger to give an overall rating to a player's performance based on traditional stats like the ones we just mentioned. Jordan has led the league in PER 7 times, LeBron 6 times. Jordan has finished top 3 in PER 10 times, LeBron 9 times. In fact, Jordan has the highest career PER in both the regular season and the playoffs. Another popular analytics stat is win shares. Jordan has led the league in win shares 8 times.
Jordan first in everything. Bro, what, bro? Bro, we might as well skip this. Jordan got this all day. Like, come on, bro.
LeBron 5 times. Jordan has finished top 3 in win shares 11 times. LeBron 6 times. And when it comes to win shares per 48 minutes, Jordan has the highest career rating in both the regular season and the playoffs. What about box plus minus? Until recently, LeBron was actually ahead of Jordan in career box plus minus. But after the 2017 season gave Russell Westbrook the greatest single-season box plus minus in history by a wide margin, the architect of box plus minus...
That season, that triple-double season was amazing. Yeah, that was amazing.
Realized that the stat was fundamentally flawed, so he made some changes to improve its formula. As a result, Michael Jordan now has the highest career box plus minus in both the regular season and the playoffs.
Damn.
And lastly, what about value over replacement player, which on its face seems to favor LeBron James? Well, value over replacement player is a cumulative stat, and as previously noted, cumulative stats speak more to longevity than they do game-to-game dominance.
That longevity, bro. People, hey, it plays a good part, bro, and it's helping LeBron out in the long run. Not gonna lie, bro, because like I said, bro, you can't put nobody that's been playing for 10 seasons against somebody that's been playing for 20 seasons, bro. It's just not it's not gonna add up. Nah.
That said, according to value over replacement player, Jordan owns 6 of the 9 greatest individual seasons ever played.
Damn.
And on a per game basis, MJ's career rating in value over replacement player is the highest of all time in both the regular season and the playoffs. Are you noticing a theme here? Not only does Jordan beat LeBron in every ratable analytics stat, he consistently ranks as the best ever across the board.
Damn. I ain't gonna lie, the only thing LeBron beating Jordan on right now is longevity, bro. That's all I've been seeing for the past 14 minutes we've been watching this video. Let me know. Let me know if y'all seeing something else, bro. Let me know what y'all thinking now. Is Jordan better or is LeBron better right now? Hey, we still gotta watch, bro. I'm gonna tell y'all in a minute.
Before we move on from analytics, I want to mention a lesser known stat called game score, another brainchild of John Hollinger. Game score measures a player's performance in a single game, so it won't tell us who's had the better career, but it does provide insight into who's had the greatest games. Now, we only have game score stats since 1983, so you won't see any mentions of Wilt Chamberlain here. That said, of the 100 highest game scores ever recorded, incredibly 19 of them belong to Michael Jordan.
Damn.
In other words, nearly 1 out of every 5 of the best single game performances over the last 4 decades has been by MJ. That includes the highest game score of all time for Jordan's 69.18 rebound masterpiece. Comparatively, LeBron has had only 3 of the top 100 game scores. When discussing the GOAT, Nick Wright is fond of asking this question.
The aliens come down. You have one game to save humanity.
Jordan, without a question, Jordan, bro, do not, no. Let's not do this. Let's please not do this.
Who's your first pick in the history of the world?
Well, Nick, I think we have
Jordan.
our answer. Now that I've finished drowning you in numbers, let's be real. Hardly anyone watching this video knows how to calculate PER, win shares, box plus minus, value over replacement player, or game score. And why should you? This is basketball, not Goodwill Hunting. So let's go back to the traditional stats that we all know and understand. But this time, let's add context to them. What do I mean by context? Well, some positions are simply better than others at racking up certain stats.
True.
Let's take rebounding as an example. In a vacuum, if we simply compare the number of rebounds per game of Brook Lopez and Jason Kidd, we might think that Lopez was the better rebounder. The truth
Wait, Jason Kidd averaged that many rebounds for real? Compared to Brook Lopez, bro? That's crazy.
is, relative to their positions, Lopez is statistically one of the worst rebounding centers in NBA history, whereas Kidd is statistically one of the best rebounding guards in NBA history. But even a poor rebounding center can grab more rebounds than a great rebounding guard solely by virtue of their roles on the court.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. There's no way you're this tall and missing. I don't care if you're 12. Put the ball in them. Back to the video, man.
So it makes sense that, to understand the context of a player's stats, we should compare them to the respective positions that they played. When comparing LeBron James to the other small forwards who have played at least 500 NBA games, this is where he ranks.
Who number 1 in points as small forward? KD or Larry Bird? I'm gonna go with Larry Bird for number 1 up. But it ain't looking too good for LeBron. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, bro. He's probably the best, one of the best all around, bro. I mean, like, there has been a lot of small forwards to play in the game. So for him to even be top 20 and all this, that should tell you something.
Overall, that's pretty impressive. Now let's see how Jordan compares to all shooting guards who have played at least 500 NBA games.
Okay. Damn. Yeah, it's not looking too good for LeBron, y'all. It's not, bro. It's not. Jordan has this one. I mean, like, shooting guard, small forward ain't really that much of a, you know what I'm saying? Like, we right here next to each other, bro. So, you know what I'm saying? Same responsibilities if they wanted to. You know what I'm saying? Like, just depends on the small forward.
As good as LeBron is compared to other small forwards, Jordan is on another level when compared to other shooting guards. He's darn near the top of every major statistical category, and there isn't a single category where LeBron is better than MJ relative to his position, other than assists. So to sum up statistics, whether comparing traditional stats or analytics, and especially when judging these players in the context of the positions they played, Jordan has a noticeable edge over LeBron. As such, we have to give the check mark to Jordan.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna just let y'all know now, bro. Jordan is the GOAT. Jordan is better than LeBron James as of right now. Like, it's not even a question no more, bro. Jordan has been getting check mark after check mark after check mark after check mark after check mark. Let me know if I'm wrong in the comments, bro. We got some LeBron fans I heard that can prove me wrong, bro. So let me know. Prove me wrong right now, bro. And I'm gonna comment back too. I'm gonna just comment back a check mark, bro. Just hey, y'all see it.
And that takes us to the last category in our GOAT analysis, the eye test. And to be clear, by eye test, I don't mean which of these players is bigger, faster, or jumps higher. None of that is relevant unless we're having a track and field competition. And frankly, if physical measurables mattered, then George Murison would be in the GOAT conversation. No, what I mean by the eye test is, if you sat an average basketball fan in front of a TV to watch a player in action, what would he notice that the player is and is not great at? Thankfully, I happen to be an average basketball fan, and I've had the privilege of watching both LeBron and Jordan during their playing days.
See, I wish I had the privilege of watching. I feel like it would have been better watching it live than watching like YouTube clips. It's always better, bro. Like, you actually get to see what the player is doing, bro, throughout the whole game.
So unlike a lot of my fellow YouTubers, I haven't merely relied on highlight videos. Here's what my eyes told me when I saw Michael Jordan play, particularly during his playing days with the Chicago Bulls. He was the best offensive player in the game. He was arguably the best defensive player in the game. He had the best mid-range game. He was the best finisher at the rim. He had the best post-up game, which is incredible considering most players who dominated the post were big men. He was widely considered the most clutch player in the game. He was regarded by opponents as the fiercest competitor on the court. He was regarded by teammates as the hardest worker in practice. And when all was said and done, amongst the other stars of his generation, he was the greatest winner. Now, when you're playing against the elite of the elite athletes of the world, to be the best at any one of those things is pretty remarkable. But to be the best at all of them,
damn. I ain't gonna lie, Jordan was the best at everything, bro. Like, as a shooting guard, bro, he was really tough, bro. Like, really, really tough opponent.
I tell you, it's impossible, but for the fact that we saw Michael Jordan do it. And when it comes to the GOAT debate, that's the biggest hurdle facing LeBron. He's basically being compared to a guy who was great at everything and practically had no weaknesses.
Everybody made him stronger. For example, the bad boys, what they do? They double, triple, quadruple teamed him, elbowed him. It overall just made him better, bro. Now he can really go to the rack and dunk on you if he really wanted to later down the line, bro. Like, he wasn't scared of nothing. Like, what honestly, tell me, what do y'all think Jordan was weak at? You know, everybody said he wasn't a passer, but he showed y'all in what, 1990? He averaged 11 assists in the whole season, bro. Like, he can do it all if he really wanted to.
Seriously, judging by the eye test, what's the worst thing we could say about Michael Jordan's game? Probably that he wasn't a very good three-point shooter. Jordan shot 33% from beyond the arc in an era when the average player also shot 33%.
Hey, he still made it when it count. Hey, come on now. Hey, today's game different. Everybody and their mama shooting threes now. But back then, we was still posting up. We was still getting to the rack. You know, that's what I'm saying. It's a different era now. Like, the stats is gonna be a little different.
So when it came to three-point shooting, he wasn't good, he wasn't bad, he was just average. But remember that Michael played in an age when the three-point shot wasn't a big part of the game. During Jordan's years, teams averaged only 9.5 three-point attempts per game, and Michael himself attempted less than 2 threes per game. And if being an average three-point shooter is a weakness of Michael's game, well, then we also have to call it a weakness of LeBron's game.
Oh, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't even trying to bash on LeBron, but this is true, bro. LeBron is not a favorite three-point shooter, bro. Like, he can knock him down when it counts too, as Michael Jordan, bro. But he's not coming out like Kevin Durant, or he's not even. I wouldn't even compare him to Larry Bird. I wouldn't even compare him to no good three-point shooters, to be honest, bro. But he will knock it down if it mattered, bro.
The difference is that LeBron plays in an era where the three-point shot is a huge part of the game. During the years in which LeBron played, teams attempted on average over 21 threes per game, and LeBron himself averaged 4.3 three-point attempts per game, or 2.5 times as many as Jordan. Despite the increased emphasis on threes, LeBron's career shooting percentage from beyond the arc is only a hair better than Jordan, at 34%. And it's actually slightly below his peers, who averaged 35% from three during his era. But to reiterate, being an average three-point shooter was by far the worst part of MJ's game. For LeBron, it's not even close. LeBron, in fact, has 4 major weaknesses as a basketball player, each of which is readily apparent to anyone who has actually watched him play. First, he's not a good free throw shooter. For his career, LeBron has shot around 73.5% from the free throw line, which is pretty poor for a player who handles the ball as much as he does. In fact, many analysts point out that, at the end of games, LeBron shies away from driving to the basket because he's afraid of being sent to the line.
I don't believe that. LeBron will get to that line for sure, bro. I've seen LeBron play many a times that he's going to the rack. If it's easy for him, if he feel comfortable, he's going to the rack getting an and one. You might miss the free throw, but hey, he ain't scared, bro.
I don't know whether that's true, but what I do know is that the odds of LeBron hitting 2 consecutive free throws is statistically not much better than a coin flip.
Nah, we ain't doing Bron.
Jordan, on the other hand, shot a solid 83.5% from the free throw line during his career. And MJ never shied away from contact at the end of games. LeBron's second weakness is that he's an inconsistent defender.
Bron, come on, buddy. What is that, man? Come on, man.
Sure, he's had some years where he was elite defensively, which is evidenced by his numerous selections to the NBA's all-defensive team, but he's also had several years where he's practically been a liability on the defensive end. Compare that to MJ, who during his Bulls days was a consistently elite defender. In fact, Jordan is the only player to rank in the top 5 amongst all guards in both steals per game and blocks per game for his career.
Hey, yeah, he was a great defender. I got him over LeBron any days. As far as defenders, oh yeah.
Additionally, Michael led his position in defensive win shares practically every year that he played for the Bulls, an incredible 10 times. LeBron, comparatively, has led his position in defensive win shares on just 4 occasions, and in 5 of his last 7 seasons, he didn't even crack the top 10 at his position in defensive win shares. Now, some will excuse LeBron's recent fall-off on the defensive end as a byproduct of his resting on defense so that he can have more energy on offense. And we can debate the merits of that strategy, but resting on defense is not something Michael Jordan was ever accused of doing. Heck, even as a 40-year-old, he was busting his tail on the defensive end. But what about the notion that LeBron's been the more versatile defender? LeBron supporters will argue that he can guard positions 1.
Oh yeah. If we putting it like this, yeah, I give LeBron that all day. But Jordan wasn't scared to go up with no center now. You know what I'm saying? He'll come to the rack with you. But as far as LeBron, see, that's what I'm saying. Positions matter too, bro. LeBron can guard anybody on the floor, bro. Jordan couldn't.
Through 5 on the court, such as when he guarded Derrick Rose for stretches in the 2011 playoffs. But LeBron's guarding the opposing team's point guard or center isn't something that happens very often.
Right.
In fact, during his career, LeBron has spent less than 5% of his total minutes guarding the opposing player's 1 or 5. So the versatility argument is highly exaggerated. And look, when it comes to versatility,
But he can though.
Hometown Buffet may have a more versatile menu than Spago. That doesn't make it a better restaurant.
True.
LeBron's third weakness is that he's not a very good shooter. And this is a pretty significant flaw for someone claiming to be the GOAT. I mean, shooting the ball is the quintessential skill in the game of basketball. It's the part of the game that everyone practices, whether on the playground, at the YMCA, or in the NBA. Now, some people will contend that LeBron is actually a better shooter than Jordan because—
Come on, no, he's not. I'm here to tell you, bro, he's not, bro. I mean, LeBron, I am not, bro. LeBron can knock some shots down, bro, but he is not a better shooter than Jordan.
Because he has a better career field goal percentage. And yes, LeBron's career field goal percentage is 50.4% compared to Jordan's 49.7%.
Be right here
But
with
recall what I said about placing stats into proper context. To help us understand context when it comes to shooting, allow me to introduce DeAndre Jordan and Tyson Chandler. We all know that DeAndre and Tyson were great rebounders and defenders. But what if I told you that they were also two of the greatest shooters of all time? That would be certifiably crazy. Yet if you look at all the shooting metrics, field goal percentage, effective field goal percentage, true shooting percentage,
But they never shot. Bro, when have you ever seen one of these players attempt a three, bro? Like, come on. It's all inside, all dunks, all layups.
both of these guys rank near the top in NBA history. Of course, there's an obvious reason for that. As we all know, both DeAndre Jordan and Tyson Chandler take a lot of their shot attempts on dunks, layups, and putbacks, which are extremely high percentage shots. Well, guess what? So does LeBron James. In fact, every single year of his career, the shot that LeBron James has taken the most has been within 0 to 3 feet from the basket. In other words, dunks, layups, and putbacks. More than 1 of every 3 of LeBron's shots has been within this point-blank range, which is aided by his playing in an era where it's been relatively easy to get to the rim, particularly when compared to the physical era in which Jordan played. And just like every other player, LeBron is really effective from 0 to 3 feet.
I ain't gonna lie, if they had the bad boys on Bron, bro, I don't know how he would do. I don't know, bro. Cause LeBron, could LeBron take a couple of hits, bro, and be all right, bro? I feel like now he kind of getting used to like the newer generational thing where like you take a hit, you on the floor for 25 minutes, or you need to take a break, bro. Jordan, he got back up and came back the next play, bro. I don't know if LeBron would be ready for that, but it's a good thing to think about.
Hitting over 73% of these shots. But how does LeBron fare from outside this range? According to basketballreference.com, LeBron's shooting percentage from outside 3 feet is 37.5%. It's even poorer in the playoffs where he shoots 35.9%. And it gets even worse in close and late situations. In the last 2 minutes of games where the score is within 5 points, LeBron hits only 31.7% of his jumpers.
So you telling me in the regular season he's doing better than the playoffs or in a clutch moment, bro? That hurts.
Look, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to know that these numbers aren't very good, which is probably why in the 2013 finals, the Spurs' defensive strategy against the Heat was to basically dare LeBron James to shoot. And keep in mind, this was against LeBron in his prime. Can you imagine an opposing coach using a similar strategy against MJ? Now, LeBron actually credits the Spurs for forcing him to work on his jump shot, but it's not as if his results have gotten much better since then. Here's LeBron's shooting percentage from outside 3 feet over the last 6 years. Yikes. Well, I'll give him this, he is consistent. For comparison, consider that in the last year of Michael Jordan's career, as an aging player on the Washington Wizards, Jordan shot close to 42% from outside 3 feet. While that's certainly not great, it means that even as a 40-year-old shell of his former self—
Hey, I mean, that's not great, but at that time, that was good for Jordan, bro. Like, he took a little time off, came back, and you know what I'm saying? He's still making shots. You know what I'm saying?
Jordan was still a better shooter, a far better shooter than LeBron James.
I agree.
Unfortunately, Basketball Reference doesn't have advanced shooting metrics from Michael's Bulls days, when he was a significantly more efficient scorer, but few would argue that Michael was anything but a lethal jump shooter when he was wearing red and black. When it comes to shooting, all of us can recall practicing shots on the blacktop, counting down 3, 2, 1 before launching a shot at the rim. Well, if you were pretending to be LeBron James, you'd brick almost 2/3 of the time.
Damn. I ain't gonna lie. When I do the 3-2-1, I say Kobe, bro. It's either Kobe or Jordan. I'm yelling their name, bro. I ain't never in my life said 3-2-1 LeBron. Doink. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all know that though. LeBron is not on that. He not in that conversation to be doing that, bro. I say Kevin Durant before I say LeBron. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm just keeping it real, bro.
Actually, that's not entirely true. If you were playing against a countdown, it would be much, much worse. And that gets me to the last major weakness of LeBron's game, his performance, or more accurately, lack of performance, in the clutch. Remember when people were praising LeBron for making a couple of buzzer beaters in the playoffs 2 years ago? They used these stats to claim that LeBron was better in the clutch than Jordan.
Wait. Bro, they neck and neck, bro. They're neck and neck for that. Like, for real, for real. Alright.
But look at these numbers carefully. What stands out to you?
The 15.
How about this? People were using a sample size of less than 1 shot per season to make the case that LeBron was more clutch than Jordan. That would be the equivalent of polling just 100 people in the country to try to predict the winner of the next presidential election. So let's use more telling stats, shall we? Here's a situation that's often used to determine a player's clutchness. 5 seconds to go in the fourth quarter or overtime, and your team needs a bucket to either win or tie the game. It answers the age-old question, who do you want taking the last shot with the game on the line?
Give me Jordan, bro. I got Jordan taking my last shot. My life depend on it. Give me Jordan, bro. Michael Jordan is taking my last shot, man.
It turns out that in the regular season and playoffs combined, LeBron has taken 94 such shots. That's a pretty good sample size. And how many of those 94 shots has LeBron made? 19.
Damn.
For a shooting percentage of 20%. Let me repeat that. 20%.
Bad.
Guys, that's not bad in the clutch. That's atrocious.
Atrocious. Damn.
Michael Jordan in the same situation shot roughly 50%. Yes, that's right. Jordan's performance under pressure was the same as it was throughout the rest of the game. And that, my friends, is the definition of clutch. So there you go. When it comes to the eye test, our eyes tell us that one player, Michael Jordan, is great at everything and has practically no weaknesses.
True.
And the other player, LeBron James, while also having a ton of strengths, has several obvious flaws to his game. And when all is said and done, after analyzing the 5 key factors of being the GOAT, Jordan gets 4 check marks to LeBron's 1.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, not to knock LeBron longevity, bro, but he has done an amazing job throughout, you know what I'm saying, my life. You know, I grew up watching LeBron James, so this is all I've been seeing, bro. And he's done an amazing job, bro, keeping the game in check, keeping the game entertaining, still being the face of the NBA, you know what I'm saying? So, just watching this, you feel me? I got Jordan, bro. I got Jordan. Only simple fact that he's beating him in every single thing, bro. Longevity, I mean, Jordan missed out what? His prime years. What he missed out, like 90-something, you know what I'm saying? 2 years to play, baseball, and he came back and still won? Bro, imagine if he would have stayed. You know what I'm saying? Then he retired another time and came back on a Wizard. Imagine if he would have stayed then. Like, I don't know, bro. I don't know. But y'all let me know who y'all got.
Making this GOAT debate, well, not much of a debate at all.
It's not much.
Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that LeBron James is a bad player.
LeBron is not a bad player at all. LeBron is, I ain't gonna lie, at the end of the day, he's gonna be in that GOAT conversation. He has a scoring title now. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of other factors you can use now that has not been said in this video. That's what I'm saying. Once LeBron retire and they make another video, then we can talk about who GOAT. You know what I'm saying? Like, LeBron got a little more in his backpack now than since this video.
He's a phenomenal player. Personally, I have him on basketball's Mount Rushmore,
True.
along with Jordan, Kareem, Wilt Chamberlain, and Bill Russell. He's just not Michael Jordan. And just to underscore how good MJ was, Let's
Hey, bro, stop doing LeBron like that. You ain't got to use that picture, man. LeBron is one of the GOATs.
ignore LeBron and Jordan for a minute and focus on the other three players highlighted here: Kareem, Wilt, and Bill Russell. Most would agree that these are the three greatest centers in NBA history, and each of them has a strong case to justify his standing among basketball royalty. Wilt is an all-time great because he was an offensive force of nature, and he holds a ton of NBA records.
100 points a game.
Russell is in the conversation because he was a dominant defender and a perennial champion. Kareem also led his team to numerous titles, and in terms of individual awards and accolades, was the most decorated of the three.
True.
Not to mention, he had the NBA's most unguardable shot. Now imagine a center that had all the best qualities from these three titans. A player like that would be the basketball equivalent of Thanos. Now add to that player the highest level of intangible attributes, such as a tireless work ethic, unmatched killer instinct, and an ability to deliver in the clutch. And now you'd essentially be looking at Thanos with all of the Infinity Stones, and no one would question whether this player was the greatest of all time.
If it was ever a player like that, yeah, greatest player of all time. But that means you got to win chips, Brody. You got to go get it for real. I mean, you got to be undefeated.
But the truth is, we don't have to imagine such a player. That player already existed. He just happened to be a shooting guard, not a center. When you think about it, Michael Jordan is the real-life version of an overpowered video game character.
I ain't gonna lie, he is, bro. He is. I play 2K, so I know exactly what he's talking about. Every time he go to the rim, he making, or it's free throws. Simple as that, bro. He getting 30 plus a game. On the video game, probably 45 plus a game. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's different.
The qualities we look for in a superstar athlete, and he had it in spades. He's basically Babe Ruth, if Babe Ruth played defense like Willie Mays. And that's why, even in comparison to the other all-time greats, he is truly in a class of his own. Simply put, he's the GOAT.
I agree. Hey man, I ain't gonna lie, I really enjoyed this video. Even though it was long, it really set me down and I really thought about it. Like, this video made me actually think, who's the real GOAT? And I'm gonna tell y'all, Michael Jordan got it, bro. Michael Jordan is the GOAT, bro. I admitted it, bro. And like, look, bro, it can change. You know what I'm saying? This is not set in stone. You know what I'm saying? NBA probably lasts forever, bro. Or in my lifetime at least, bro. So, you know what I'm saying? LeBron is not a bad player. He still got more than Tank. So we're gonna see what he gonna do in the next 2, 3, 4 years. However long he got. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna see what he got. And then we're gonna come back to this. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna come back and then react to another one. And I'm gonna answer your question again. But like I said, if y'all enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, man. Subscribe if you're new. So we on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Subscribe if you're new. Like the video. And we on to the next one.